Hello there. Happy final full week. We have made it. We're almost there. We are continuing our work with punctuation, mostly commas. Today, we've kind of got a lot coming at you, but I think it's okay because you are hard enough workers. You can figure this out, and I am here to guide you. And if you have any additional questions, anything unclear, make sure that you email me, or you can FaceTime me, or use the Google Meets is what I meant to say. I'm here for any questions that you might have, but I also have this video to help you out if you are stuck on anything. So what we're talking about today are how to write out addresses on a letter. If you're sending a letter to somebody, if you are sending a package, anything like that. There are certain types of capitalization and commas, punctuation, things that you guys have got to know. So I have at least 5 things that you need to know. I know it's a bit more than we usually do. Normally I just like to do one thing at a time, but hey, this is what's needed to know for writing out a address. But hey, you follow these steps, you will get it. The FedEx guy will see it and he will say, "Yes, I marvel. Look at this. The punctuation is exactly where it needs to be. I will not be confused. Those jokers down the road, they did not put the proper capitalization, and I accidentally sent it to Antarctica, and I do not know why I am speaking in a French accent, because I grew up in Boston. It makes no sense to me." Anywho, a couple things to know. One, this is a basic idea, but I always like to reiterate it. With capitalization, names and places are always capitalized. So if you're saying your first name, your second name, also your title. So like, Mr., Miss, Doctor, anything like that. That is always capitalized. So each letter. So even if like the place has, 2 things to it. So like, let's say if you're going to Chuck E. Cheese's, okay? Well, that's the name of a place. Well, there's 3 different words in there. There's Chuck, there's E, and Cheese's. All of those are capitalized. Chuck is capitalized, the E is capitalized, and the Cheese's is capitalized. Or here, it's a simpler one. Burger King. Both Burger and King. Both of those, the first letter in those words, are capitalized. Also, so whenever you're writing out the name of, or the address, so what you're going to do is at the top you're going to have the name of the person it's going to. Okay, that's the first thing that you're going to have. On the top line, the name of who it's going to. After that, you're going to have the full street name. Okay, so that's going to be both the number and the street name. That's your address. Then underneath it, you're going to have the city, comma, the state, and you're going to use that abbreviated, and then the zip code. All right, so once again, the top is the name of the person it's going to, the street and the number. Then you have the city, state, and zip code. And remember, a comma comes after the city. I did mention abbreviations. So, as you guys all know, our country is made up of various states, and each state has an abbreviation to it. So, Illinois, if you don't want to write out the full thing of Illinois, you would just put down IL. Missouri, if you don't want to write out the full word, just write MO. California, if you don't want to write the whole thing out, you just put CA. Each one has an abbreviation to it. Now, whenever you do that, whenever you abbreviate, you want to make sure that both initials are capitalized. So, for Illinois, it would be capital I and capital L. Missouri, capital M and capital O. California, capital C and capital A. And so the other thing I would say to think about, I mentioned titles earlier. So with a person's name. So you've got Mr., Miss, Mrs., Doctor, Senor, Sir, Esquire. There's all kinds of different titles. Mostly you're probably going to deal with Mr., Mrs., Miss, sometimes Doctor. So we're talking about abbreviation whenever we're looking at doctor. Let's say that, or Mr. Mr's an easy one to do. So you can spell out Mr. M-I-S-T-E-R, or you can abbreviate it, just M-R. Now, if you do that, if you abbreviate M-R, now you only have to capitalize the M. It's not like with the states where you have to capitalize both. You capitalize the M, then you have an R, and then you have a period. Okay, I'm going to say that again. Whenever you abbreviate a title, so that's like Mr., Miss, Mrs., Doctor, you should have a period after that title. So, Mr. McCoy, it should be M, large M, capitalized M, R, lowercase r, period. Then we go on to my name, McCoy, capital M, little c, big C, O-Y, which, I mean, McCoy is kind of a weird name with the capitalization with that big C in there. Anywho, it still stands that you need to put a period after the title whenever it's abbreviated. So, I know that's a lot. I know I threw a lot at you there, and it would be easier if I was right there in class with you. If you had any questions about it, I could walk you through a little better, but this is what's going on, and I would love to hear from you. Please, if you have any questions, even if you just want to say, hey, howdy ho, yeah, shoot me up in the FaceTime, and or not FaceTime, I keep saying that, the Google Meets. I would love to see you guys. So, last week, we're going to make it through. Have a great day, and I can't wait for all this stuff to be over so that I can see you guys in class again. Have a good one.